Hey, good morning, guys. Creeper here. I was just doing my daily grind, and I thought I've seen a lot of notes on people getting motion sickness from the VR2, which, if you're new to VR, this will happen. So it's not something it's not fun, but it's something that you get used to. So a couple of quick notes, because this actually does make driving the car a whole lot easier, because you can actually feel what's going on with the car. But what you want to do in order to get the VR sickness under control is, for one, you want to make sure your time in the VR is somewhat limited. I've been doing it a little while, so it's still, even having previous experience with the previous generation PlayStation VR, I felt a little nauseous on day one, and just a little bit. No, it was noticeable, but nothing too bad. It's way better than the previous VR. But what you want to do is, first, don't get too excited and keep your playtime somewhat limited. Just while you're getting used to it. I can go plenty long now, as long as I feel like it. I do get a little fatigued. I don't get sick, though. The other thing you want to do is look in the direction that the vehicle is traveling. If you start looking out the windows at all of the scenery, it's same thing in a real car. If you start looking around out the passenger glass and the door glass, you're going to get sick. And just looking in the direction of travel is that's huge. If you do want to look around, just take a race and don't worry so much about your lap times and that sort of thing, and you can still cruise around. Then just stop the car, take a look around, and move on to your next location that you want to observe. The final thing I would point out is just try to stick to flatter tracks. It's going to be hard at first because it's massively different in VR. So I didn't know this track had any kind of elevation changes. They're subtle enough to where this is perfectly fine. But if you go somewhere like Laguna Seca, where it's got the corkscrew, or I think it's Alsace, I think it's called. Don't quote me on that, but there's a track in France, and it's got major elevation changes. So they don't make me sick, but just because I've had some experience, but I do feel that in my stomach or in my head as I'm going through those elevation changes. In this track, on the front stretch, in certain cars, you actually pull the front wheel, and you notice it, you feel it. But so this still may not be the best track, but it's not too bad. But just take your time with it. Don't get discouraged if you do get sick. It's natural, and the body's a pretty amazing creation, so it will get used to things. Just give it time, be patient, and don't push yourself too hard. If you do, I got excited when I first. And you can actually get like a VR hangover, and it gives you a big headache, wears you out, and makes you feel super fatigued. Just like going to the gym, though, just give it a little bit of time as you're able, and take the headset off from time to time, because you may not feel it. Oh, that's not good. See, even here, look in the direction. Oh, I noticed that. Spins aren't fun either. Try to keep the car straight. But take your time with it, and give your body time to adapt, and you'll love the system. So thank you so much, and leave a comment down below if you're having a bad experience or if you're having a great experience. And I love it. I highly recommend it. Just take your time with it. Thank you, and take care.